When you expatriate to another country, that could be any country, but since you are watching this series, I assume it will be the Philippines. It is of paramount importance to build a local network of contacts, especially if you don't know anyone at your new location. There may come a time when you need help or advice with an issue you are facing, and then it may come in handy if you know the right people. But always remember that networking works both ways. You cannot draw on other people's help if you are never there for them when they need yours. Networking is a two-way street. So how do you go about building a network in a country you are not familiar with? Stay tuned. When you succeed in reaching your goals or getting things done that would be hard to achieve without the help of others, that is often the result of effective networking. Subconsciously, we network daily. Networking is talking to friends, family, neighbors, other expats. Networking is attending meetings and social events and making new contacts. The very core of your networking activities is meeting people, getting to know them, and making sure they know you. Networking is always mutual. You need help in a certain situation, so you talk to someone you think can help you. Maybe that person doesn't have the solution, but he knows someone who can help you with your problem. One day this person may call on you for information. You don't have that information, but your neighbor has a son who is married to the daughter of a man who could give him the information he needs. That is networking. It's a give and take. You have to be willing to invest as much in your network as you hope to get out of it. And I'm not talking about money. Sure, when you're a white guy living in the Philippines, you will regularly get requests for money. I will deal with that in another episode. In this episode, we will focus on helping with advice and information. Your contacts have to know that they can always call you and you will not let them down. There's a clear difference between active and passive networking. Passive networking is what you have been doing your whole life. You have met people, you got to know them better, and you started exchanging favors in a very natural way. Active networking requires a strategy. You have to think ahead. What do I want to achieve? What could my situation be in 5, 10, or 15 years? That's your long-term planning. For your short-term planning, you have to ask yourself what you need right now. It could be a decent apartment to rent, a used car, or someone who can help you with the maintenance of your house and garden, cook your meals and do your laundry. Once you have established what your needs are, you can start asking yourself another set of questions. Where do I find the information I need? Who can help me in my search for what I'm looking for? In which circles do I have to integrate to meet those people? who can introduce me into these circles? Once you have the answers to these questions, you can start your active networking. Hey, you are still watching. Does that mean you like this video? Because if you do, why not give me a thumbs up? Or even better, subscribe if you haven't done so already. You know it is free. And if you'd like to share your thoughts or experiences, that's what the comment section is for. But please keep it constructive. And now, without further ado, I will let you continue watching. Of course, you can become a member of one of the many structured networks that already exist. And then I mean service clubs like Lions or Rotary. In the Philippines, you also have the Knights of Rizal. In these circles, you will meet more influential people such as politicians, business people, etc. These contacts may be nice to have, but they are not necessarily the contacts you need on a daily basis. Don't underestimate the power of social network sites on the internet. Many of you are on Facebook. You can search for people who live in the same area as you and start exchanging messages. How can you convince people that you will be an asset to their network? Make sure that the people with whom you want to make contact get the chance to learn to know you better. Always be yourself. Never make yourself look more important or more interesting than you really are. But share ideas and opinions with them. Stay away from subjects that tend to divide people, such as religion or politics. Show them your helpful and accessible side, and they will do the rest. Your attitude towards them will determine the way they talk to you, to others, and those comments from people you network with will be the building stones of your reputation. Therefore, you have to let them know in a truthful way who you are, what you know, and who you know. Others will only show an interest in you when they are convinced that your ideas can help them, that you have expertise in fields that could be beneficial to them, or that you know the right people that can help them achieve their goals. I cannot stress enough that networking has to be mutual. The best contacts you make for your network are the ones you make informally. Do you want to include other expats in your network? I suggest you do. Now, if I would move to the Philippines, I wouldn't want to hang out with other expats all the time. But it can be very helpful to know some. Just find yourself a core group of expats that you really connect with and meet up with them once in a while. Don't become that guy who is constantly seeking the company of his own kind while totally ignoring the local population, because these locals are probably the most valuable pieces on your chessboard. It won't take much effort to bond with your neighbors, the woman of the sari-sari store, or a local tricycle driver. But getting to know some targeted contacts may take more active networking. But which contacts would you like to target? Don't aim too high. While it may impress people if you are on first-name basis with their local senator or congressman, networking is not about impressing others. It's about getting things done for yourself and for others. While these kind of contacts may be nice to have, you will rarely need assistance at that level. And by the time you do need them, their term of office has expired and others have been elected for their position. I wouldn't even bother hunting for big game, but aim my arrows at a lower level. It may come in handy to have a direct line into your city administration. If you have the opportunity to bond with the city mayor, vice mayor, or one of the city councillors, by all means, go for it. I used to know the late vice mayor of Ormoc City, Nipne Paparis, and he helped me out once when I was in a situation that required swift action. If you are interested in that story, I refer you to episode 6 entitled Money First, Sir, of a series I made a couple of years ago, 7 Amazing Tales of the Philippines. But I never targeted Nip Nip as a one-and-a-half contact. Being my ex-wife's neighbour, he was a typical example of someone I met through passive networking. I think the most effective level to target with your active networking is the barangay level. For viewers without knowledge of the Philippines, a barangay is the lowest political entity. It is a district within a city or town. The barangay captain, who is the head of the barangay council, would really be an asset to your network. He knows a lot of people within the barangay and can mediate in conflicts with neighbours or other people living in the same barangay as you. He may know who to direct you to if you require specific information that he cannot supply you with. Another person to befriend would be the barangay chief of police. You never know when you may become the victim of aggression or need some advice about renewing a driver's license. Another interesting place to network is the local church. If you cannot find a church of your own religion in your barangay, you may consider attending Mass at a Catholic church, the church that 80% of the Filipinos belong to. You may not be a frequent churchgoer. You may not even be a believer. Still, you could benefit significantly from the contacts you make there. A majority of Filipinos go to church every Sunday, so you will meet most of the people in your barangay there. I'm not suggesting that you attend Mass every Sunday if that's not your cup of tea, but showing your face there once in a while could make you known to others. As a foreigner, you stand out among the locals, so everyone will soon remember your face, and if you bring a few cakes to share with the congregation on your birthday, you will score extra brownie points. Invite the local priest to your house for lunch or dinner. He knows everyone who attends his Mass and may become one of the most valuable people in your network. If you are looking for a single woman who may be good wife material, he may know the one for you. If you are looking to hire a maid to do your cleaning, cooking, washing and ironing, he may know a few women too. And if you need some repairs done in your house, I bet there's a mason, carpenter, plumber and electrician among his parishioners. There are no standard templates for building a personal social network at your new location, as each person has different needs and desires. But I hope this episode has put you on the way. And please, do not hesitate to share your own networking experiences in the comments section, because sharing your experience and knowledge with other viewers is a much valued act of networking. Thanks for watching Ormoc Revisited, and see you in the next episode. If you like watching Ormoc Revisited, you may also fancy my other series, 7 Amazing Tales of the Philippines and the Expat Files. Or maybe you are more interested in my videos about Europe. You can find all of these on Homebase Belgium. Be happy, stay healthy and enjoy life.